Good morning, boys and girls. Happy Monday, March 30th. We're going to go over some fiction, elements of fiction today, and a fun activity I have. Don't forget there are two videos today, one that has your warm-up, your vocabulary, and your writing. And then this one where we're just going to go over a few slides on the elements of fiction, and then I'm going to show you your activity for the day. So we'll start with elements of fiction. We know that what is fiction. We remember that when we talk about fiction that the letter F stands for fake or false. So we know that that means fiction is a story that is not true. It's made up. So that is the first part of fiction we need to remember. So fiction means to make believe, or it's not true stories, okay? Fiction can have some true facts, events, or people, though. Remember, we call some of that historical fiction, where some of the things in the story were true, but most of the story was not true. It was made up. Different types of fiction. There's short stories, there's novels, there's plays. Remember drama? That's considered fiction in the genre of fiction. There are short stories such as Aesop's Fables, the little fairy tale books. All of those are different types of fiction, but they fall under a different heading of fairy tales, fantasy. Remember, we've got folk tales, myths, legends, those kind of things. Those are all types of fiction. Sorry. More short stories, folklore, myths, and legends, which I've already mentioned. Again, all different types of fiction. You can have long or short stories, and underneath those, there are categories of historical fiction, science fiction, realistic fiction, all different types of stories that some might be based on a story that was true, but the stories themselves are not true, okay? All fiction stories are going to have a setting, characters, plot. They're going to have the conflict. They're going to have a climax, and they're going to have a resolution. All different things we've talked about. That's one of the ways that you can identify if it is a fictitious story. So the first element we're going to talk about is the setting. That's the time and the place the story happened, the when and the where of the story. It could be at a castle, right? If it's a romance story about Cinderella or something. Just think about the when and the where. That is the setting, okay? So stories don't always tell us their time period. Sometimes we have to figure that out using context clues or using things that they say in the story. Sometimes we have to figure it out, what the setting is. But we can use maybe what they're wearing, maybe the activities they're doing, talk about, maybe the story talks about the different types of technology they had. Maybe it was a plow, or maybe it was a steam-powered locomotive. Those kind of things give us an idea of the setting. Okay? A setting is also the place in the story. Maybe a lovely cottage in the woods, or maybe just the woods, or out in a desert, or in the ocean. How about a beautiful castle? How about out in space? Those are all places that a story can take place. And stories can have more than one setting. You'll see the characters move through different places in the story. So different things can happen in different places in the story. Okay? Tomorrow we will talk about characters in a story. Today we just touched on setting. Okay? Now here is your activity for today. Take a screenshot of this or a picture of it so that you have it. This is your scavenger hunt for the day. Okay? All of these have to do with colors. First, I want you to find something with all of these colors: red, yellow, orange, green, blue, purple. Then, I want you to name a fruit that is red, an animal that is yellow, a vegetable that is orange. You might have to think about that. Name a plant that is green, a flower that is purple, and tell me about something outside that's the color blue. All right. I want you boys and girls to be safe today. Take care of yourselves. Take care of one another. Let me know if you need anything. I'm looking forward to seeing more of your videos uploaded online to Class Dojo. Look there for all of the fun stuff I have coming for you. And tomorrow, your activity is going to have to do something with pets. Pets. All right, guys. Until then, take care of yourself, take care of one another, and I will see you tomorrow.